Welcome to Off Topic with Tim and Matt. Fantastic sports podcast. We always go off topic. We have a very special guest with us today. We're going to do a standalone interview with my man, Mr. Colin Boyd, the Chilliwack Giants. Colin, welcome to Off Topic.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Good to see you, buddy.
I'm excited
Pleasure.
to be here at beautiful Ryder Lake Studios.
Ryder Lake Studios.
The sun always shines.
At Ryder Lake Studios, except when it's raining and Wayne's here. Anyway, Colin, now you are heavily involved in community sports. President of the Giants or just on the board?
That's right.
President of the Giants. And this is something we want to talk about that happens since kids started playing sports, and you've been noticing it a little bit too much lately. Parents taking things a bit too seriously.
Yeah, it's not. I don't know if I noticed it lately. It's continuous, as you mentioned.
Always a problem.
Tim, I was sitting at my son's lacrosse tournament last week, and just watching the behavior of some of the parents and the overemphasis on performance and the accolades and those types of things when there's not, it doesn't seem quite as much the opportunity for kids to thrive and play sports and have fun.
It's been going on forever, and it's not just say hockey. A lot of, like, around here, people think the hockey parents are the worst, or maybe the football parents, or in the States. Talk to some poor soul to put their daughter in figure skating or ballet or dance. It's just as bad everywhere.
Yeah.
And as parents just take it too seriously. They're just kids. They're not going pro. The odds of going pro, and then what?
The thing is if a child likes a sport, they're going to focus on the sport.
Right.
You got to open the door to everything and give them the opportunity. I mean, I know when I was a kid, I loved baseball.
Yeah.
Didn't mean I wouldn't play football, soccer, lacrosse, hide and seek, or anything like that.
Yeah.
I always had my glove with me, though.
Yeah.
Because if a baseball game happened, I wanted to play.
Sure.
Right? That's what you've got to do, is make it accessible to the kids and let them grow with it.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, the one thing that you're going to make a kid hate to do is go do the sport if he has to do it all the time and doesn't have a choice.
It just burns out.
Yeah.
That's one of the side effects that you see, most definitely.
And at Giants games, we have the sign up. This is not the NFL. These are kids. They're here to have fun. Stop taking it so seriously. Leave them alone. Let the coaches do. And sometimes, we all get. I found myself when my son was playing, like, why isn't he trying? You get caught up in it.
Yeah.
They're just having fun.
Yeah.
Like, they're 10 and 11 years old, and you just see it everywhere. And, hockey is a good example. Kids in the Metro Hockey League in Toronto, 6-year-olds on the ice 6 days a week. And, Wayne Gretzky comes along and says, no, what are you doing? And they ignore Wayne Gretzky and then keep doing what they're doing.
Yeah,
and we say this so many times, and the problem is that parents, they don't take a step back and just listen because they think they know everything. You're not an NHL coach. You're not an NFL coach. You're not Dan Campbell or Belichick.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. You're a cop or a tradesman or a lawyer or a sales rep or a city official, and you do this in your spare time. Like, come on, man. Like, just let them have fun.
Now, Colin, being the president still and whatnot, I've stepped away a number of years ago, right? And
Abbotsford Falcons.
BCCFA, just all of it in football. And one of the things that made me step away was the way parents handled COVID, right? Some of them thought we weren't doing enough. Some of them thought we were doing too much. I got told that I'll see you in the parking lot. You're ruining my son's chance at the NFL because Chase got drafted right around then.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Talk about the coaches. Sure. Like the coaches' attitude that I've always found as an executive, where they were there more so to grow the game, grow the kids, enjoy the sport. Mm-hmm. But do you find that you get too many coaches take it too seriously as well and have that we got to win at all costs type thing?
You know what? In our organization, Matt, I haven't seen that. I've always preached to every coach that comes across us. We just want the kids to sign up again.
Yeah.
Your only job, get them to sign up again.
And that was my thing.
Yeah.
Coach, if every one of those kids re-registers next year, you had a winning, successful season.
Oh yeah.
That was one of my big things. But
Adam especially, they got to have fun. They don't know what they're doing. And, you know, when my son first started playing, there's always the kid that's the star.
Yeah.
And having never really been involved in sports myself, I didn't really understand. And then we get to junior bantam, and those stars are not even there anymore.
Yeah.
Or those stars did not grow like the other kids who were coming along, and they're just regular kids now. And then that's how you get sort of the emotional intelligence. Like, okay, he's great when he's 10, but at 13, it's a kind of a different game, and who the hell cares? Because no one's going to the NFL anyway. So,
You know, and it's funny you say that because my son in Adam was fast.
Yeah.
And he was twitchy and he could get around people.
Yeah.
Scored 6 touchdowns in a game. Sorry, it was against the Giants. But
Probably me.
we bought the video. We bought the CD from Wayne
Right.
after the game
Yeah.
because it was like, well, that was an awesome game. I was
Yeah.
coaching. I was like,
Yeah.
wow, that's wild.
Look at
right?
me.
This guy can't even get the shoes on the right feet on his own, right?
Yeah.
And he's doing this, right? So he's got this disc, and he pulls it out like on first dates. Still, because it was his best, but he never grew, right? Like
Yeah.
he grew in grade 12 and older.
does he
Now-
get second dates after he
Oh
shows
yeah,
the disc?
yeah,
Okay.
They think he's just
Speaking of
awesome.
coming back next year,
Yeah, but like it's like his crowning glory, right? And he
Yeah.
loves it. And the girlfriend thinks it's hilarious too.
Yeah.
They'll watch it on a Friday night
Right.
just for fun. He's been with the same girl for a number of years. She's awesome. But you know, like the kids are going to go out there and play sports, and they're going to have this moment where they do something that even they didn't believe they can do.
yeah,
And that's what about playing youth sports is.
Right.
Giving them the confidence to try something even though they don't think they can do it.
Yeah.
Right? And that's the thing that you got to get into the kids' head. If they love the sport, if they're going to play the sport.
yeah, they're going
Right.
to get an emotional connection, and they're going to work hard, and they're going to. And
Yeah.
you know what? Even when you really enjoy it, it doesn't really even mean you make it to the Huskers or youth sport in Canada, or God forbid to go down to the States. You might play till the end of high school, still really enjoy it, and just get involved in another aspect. Adult flag, come
Men's
back,
touch,
coach,
men-
men's touch, come
men's
back,
touch.
coach.
Yeah.
There's all sorts of things you can do, right? I
I
mean,
played beer league until I was 45.
Yeah,
You know,
right?
You know, my sons play men's touch right now.
Right.
Because they like still playing football.
Yeah.
So they go out and they play football.
Yeah.
Right. You get it. You love the sport, but you don't have to. Yeah, I think the parents like you get these kids. They're so, and I get on my sister
Right.
about this, right? Because she was a hockey mom, right? And I go to. She goes, oh, we're playing at the MSA Arena. You should come watch. So I go there, and the ref blew a call, and she's like screaming at this ref who's 12. I'm like, are you serious? Me and you are going to the parking lot and having a conversation right now.
you get caught up.
You know?
That's a great point. I was going to bring up the third team and the
Yeah.
amount of young referees, especially that we have during our flag season right now,
Right.
is unreal. And then they're getting shouted at, screamed at.
I know.
I've been to so many lacrosse games where I've been kicked out by a young 14-year-old lady because somebody else was acting up in the stands. But good for them, and we need to support that team too.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
all of our volunteers and other games.
Because you don't even have the refs, you don't have a game.
Yeah.
If you abuse the refs, the kids aren't going to want to do this. Oh my God, like I'm 12. This guy's like my parents' age. They're not going to want to show up and deal with that.
I coached mosquito baseball, and they had this referee had to be 12, 13 years old behind the plate, and this parent got into it with him, and the ref said, you need to leave the field,
Yeah.
and he starts banging his chest against the backstop. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it?
Yeah.
I'm like, I walked over. I'm like, seriously, buddy. Are you seriously going to fight a 12-year-old?
Yeah.
Over a ball, called ball?
Yeah.
You know, like you need to leave now.
Yeah.
You know,
You need to go
otherwise
calm
we're
down.
stopping the game and calling the police is what
Yeah.
we're doing here.
Oh, yeah.
So
We'll just call the whole game. No one will play. You'll
Yeah.
you'll
Yeah.
be in handcuffs. And
yeah, it's crazy. I mean, like, yeah, I have to agree with you is that they get too invested in it, and I mean, I think you see that too in adults just watching sports. NFL fan bases, for example,
Oh, yeah.
can get just belligerent. The Philadelphia Eagles are known for it and proud of it. Like
Yeah.
they wear that like it's a
Oh, yeah.
shield of honor, right? I think that's just crazy.
well, you
Fights.
guys had you touched on Chase Claypool.
Yes.
Because I started going to community football right around the time he first got his scholarship to Notre Dame.
Yes.
And you guys ran into a problem with parents showing up, wanting to throw money at Abbey football, thinking their kids are all going to go D1.
Oh yeah,
Right?
Yeah. No, I mean, and that's the thing you had to explain to him right away is that Chase made it to the NFL or to Notre Dame
Yeah.
because of Chase.
Yeah.
It wasn't anything we did here.
He got support.
Yeah, he got tons of support, right? And he got some, I'd say it like personal guidance
Yeah.
from Cole Sangera, because Cole Sangera would bench him.
Yeah.
It wasn't that he'd have him on the field and letting him shine all the time. If his attitude wasn't straight, Cole wouldn't let him play.
Yeah.
Right? And that was what kept Chase in the straight and narrow. It wasn't the fact that he was at a camp every weekend, that he was drilling every night, that he was running 10 touchdowns a game.
Right.
Right? It was the fact that his attitude is right. His work ethic was right. Right? And he did other things. 100% other things. He went and ran track and field. He played basketball. And when they started talking to him about football, it wasn't at a football game. It was at a basketball tournament.
Yeah.
Right? And so, I mean, like, you got to really think to yourself that you don't want a kid or young man that's singular focused one thing and knows nothing else.
Right.
You want a well-rounded individual. You want educated, appreciative, humble, right? And respectful. Right there. I mean, I always say football, you got the 3 A's, right? You always need ability, right? Everybody's got to have some sort of ability.
Right.
Number 2 is attendance. You got to show up, right? You got to show up and be part of the team and be engaged. And attitude.
Yeah.
Right? Those are how you're successful at any sport. Yeah. AAA.
AAA. Oh, totally.
Taking notes.
You know, and we all have these dreams. Everybody wants their kid to be the star.
Yeah.
And that's normal, right? But let's say your kid is the star and your kid goes D1 and your kid makes it to the NFL. Then what? So they play 10 years and then what are they going to do?
Yeah.
Like if you're so singularly focused on football, that's all you think about. And you want to show off your kid. What do they do when their career's over?
Yeah.
Like you got to think about being a well-rounded human being. Don't worry about your homework because it's football time. Who's that? Cam Ewers at Texas. Oh, I didn't go to college to play school. Really? What are you going to do? You got drafted 166 for $300,000 a year. What are you going to do now?
Yeah.
Like you got to think about these things, And so yeah.
And back to like youth sports teaches those things, just as
Yeah.
you're saying, that the resilience and
Yeah, 100% teamwork, cooperation, respect. And that's the thing that you don't see a lot of is that being emphasized. Is the attitude. Right?
Qualities. It's the qualities that you come along with. Football knocks you down and teaches you to get back up again. And that's just, you don't understand, that's a life lesson that's going to carry you through the rest of your,
we've got some tremendous coaches that.
Yes.
The Giants, honestly, and it's thanks to the guy by the control tower over there, Wayne Bjorgi, who set the tone. That's about the kids. It's only ever about the kids having fun.
Yeah.
And that is just gold.
Yeah, no, and I think that the attitude of the coach is it feeds off on them all, right? Like they're there, they're working together as a team to bring all the kids up. So and this is typical of an off-topic interview, as we brought you and did most of the talking here. So let's do a quick chat about, because coming up is the Kelowna Flag Football Tournament.
This is true.
You guys sending teams?
Yeah, we've got a number. I don't know the exact number, but we've got a lot. We usually represent it very well.
Yeah, perfect. And how's your flag season going?
Seems to be going great. We all of our teams are doing well. We've got great volunteers. When it comes to our jamboree days, they go off flawlessly. And
or they always do. Yeah, you guys have a great jamboree days.
It's a lot of fun.
Registration is a lot. We have
how many kids did you get registered this year?
pushing 300 kids.
Nice.
It included the 7-on-7 or the U19 program, which was amazing. We had 100 there alone.
But that's in Kelowna this year.
Okay.
7-on-7 on the Friday, 12 to 6 p.m.
Okay.
They're having a round robin tournament and playoffs.
Okay.
there. So I think that's going to be very interesting to see that come back.
A lot of fun.
We used to do the U19 just straight flag, the 5-on-5 flag. And then that kind of tweetered off after COVID. And 7-on-7 really started to pick up some more steam. So now they're incorporating that and bringing teams up for that. So that should be really good.
Sweet.
So,
Good times.
All right.
Joe Gluska Invitational. That's
the Joe Gluska Invitational.
We're all invited.
You know what?
Smiling Joe.
Okay, so I was still at the BCCFA when we were trying to, we were thinking of the name for this, and I put for the Joe Gluska Memorial. And he's like, I'm still alive, man. We got to find a different word. All right, just prepare to add, Joe. Just prepare to add.
Oh, well, thank you very much, Colin, for coming in.
Hey.
That's our standalone interview with Mr. Colin Boyd. We
I'm
did most of the
excited to be here.
talking, and we do
Wouldn't be a
this.
spark plug here. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I look forward to seeing you in the
Thank you so
Giants.
much.
Keep
coming-
doing the good work.
Hey.
Keep doing the good work, Colin.
We're
Look forward to
standing on
seeing.
the shoulders of giants. Just
There you
like
go.
as
Townsend Park. We'll see this man every day. Dedicated. Remember, they're kids. It's all about having fun and just learning life lessons. And they're not going pro. So just back off. Okay. Thank you very much. Tuning in. We'll see you next time.
On.
Off topic with Tim and Matt.